Last part, the lower legs. So basically in the lower legs, we have the femur and the tib, what we call the tib fib, so the tibia and fibula, which is the lower legs over here. The knee as well can get injured. You can break your kneecap. There's a little piece of bone on the top of it, so you cannot just like strain it, but you can as well fracture it. The femur is the strongest bone in the body, so if you fracture this, there's a good chance that's been a lot of impact that happened to fracture that part. So be very worried if this happened. The important thing with the femur, the fracture of the femur, is that you need to pull. Because it's very painful, and what happened is that the bones kind of goes on the top like this, and what you want to do is kind of reduce them to bring them back on equalize, and that helps. But because we have so much big muscles in our legs, a lot of times by the spasm it's going to make it more damage, and as well as now this bone can kind of cut more, so we got to pull. But if you do that, you need to hold the pull, because if you hold and then come back and hold and come back, that's going to be even more painful. So I'm going to see a little procedure now on that can help you to pull a leg, and literally pull a leg, and see how you can attach it and immobilize. Here's what I got. So I got a triangular, basically this is what I'll show you with, but I got a triangular with kind of a half, and be closing the loop going this side, and then I have the same thing but crossing on the other side, so that the loop is facing the opposite. Oops, that's my loop here. And why is that? I'll show you that in a second. So imagine now that this is my foot. So what you do is you put one, I'll show you over here. Put one under the foot, you put the other one over the foot, and what you do is you pass your hand and you go grab the two sides of this, and on the other loop you go grab the two sides of your other triangular. Obviously with triangular it's much better. And what you do is you pull up and down, and you see what it does? It gives you something. Now, so imagine this is a foot, right? So you see it gives me something to pull. I don't know if you can see. So now I can pull. So the leg has two bones, one kind of in the back there, and that's the one that you mainly see. This is what they call the tibial plateau. The tibial plateau is basically just below your knee. So basically the knee would be kind of sitting over here, and this would be your lower part over here. This as well can be fractured if you're compressing. That's one part that can be fractured. So any part of that bone can kind of have a fracture into it. The other part, so the fibula sometimes won't be fractured, but sometimes it will go straight through, and you have both fractures. So you have kind of two bones. So the lower leg, over here, you can put a loop pad on. With the shovel, you could use one side and block it. I would probably on that one put probably under, so the support. So basically you're trying to support the the bone, right? Trying to give, you could put some branch as well to replace this. Just like the finger we could do, you can do a body taping. But if you're going to do a body taping, so if you tape it to the other leg, make sure that you put some stuff, so jackets or blue pads in between the legs to fill out the void. And as well, make sure that if you're using this technique, you're going to evacuate the person somewhere else, because by doing this now, the person cannot walk. If I have a broken leg, I can still manage with ski poles or things like this, like a bunch of crutches, or even walking with other person, crutches and things like that. So I could use my leg to get out of there. So if you're going to do this, make sure that the person is immobilized. All those ones I'm showing could be for the lower leg here, or for the femur as well. Obviously, if it's the femur, your thing has to be a little bit higher. Again, try to always immobilize the joints above and below, because if I move my feet, as you can see, I move my legs. So basically, you're trying to immobilize this to prevent that movement. So when you tied it up, what you're going to try to do is basically do something like this. So basically my foot cannot go up or cannot go down. So I'm going to try to tie something in the back and something in the front of it. Ski poles can be used as well. And for the ski pole tricks, basically what you do is you put one side in the lanyard, one side in the other lanyard. What happens is that when you pull those, kind of give you a little basket. You can put this under the leg and then adjust the length according to what you need. And again, tie it and reverse. If there's a knee injury and you cannot straight up the leg, actually you can still use the pole. And even, for example, you could use something like this. So now this is just, obviously I would put even more, like maybe even more jacket here, and basically fill out the void. And now I have my knee fully support with what's going over here with my leg, kind of this. So if I hurt my knee, I could, and I cannot put my leg straight. Obviously, like we were talking, you always try to put a fracture straight because it's easier to immobilize. But if the person cannot, or there's too much pain, you cannot, then you have to improvise. And this is one way that you can improvise. So my knee is well support now. I just have to tie and attach my feet, and basically now my leg can be well support.